It's mid-June right now. Today is June 11th. Spending the night at Birch Island Campground. Ride-in was nice. It's about an hour water taxi here from Rock Harbor, and the whole island is beautiful. The fishing is excellent in Brady Cove. It's early June. The water's still pretty cold. There's not a lot of vegetation around. So what I'm doing is targeting the vegetation with a baby bass colored caffeine shad by Strike King with a swim bait hook with a twist lock on it. Basically with quick twitches and then a pause. So twitch, twitch, pause, retrieve. The pike are hitting it if they see it. It is it's hard to get a good hook set on a pike with this rig, but the amount of pike you do catch is still phenomenal. I fished for 40 minutes today, maybe an hour, and I caught yeah. Okay guys, there's a moose straight ahead where I'm looking right now. I'm going to try to get it on a tripod and get a little closer. It appears to be a cow and not a bull, so I'm not sure which one's more dangerous really. But anyway, she's where I'm going to fish, and I'm going to, wow, day 2 and a moose. That's awesome. Okay, I'm going to try to put it on a tripod and get a better picture for you. I'm about 60 feet away from her. Get back, we'll get there because she puts her ears back. She's looking away. It's a dapple. Isn't that interesting? Almost like she's injured. Wow. Wow. Got to McCargo Cove campground early enough to get a shelter. It's a really nice campground. You're not allowed to fish in the bay when you're standing on the dock looking right. I guess it's a wildlife preserve or something like that. But this is what a shelter looks like. It's a 3-sided building with a nice roof. It's fairly roomy. You could probably fit 5, 6, maybe even 8 guys in there. I would say 3 comfortably, but up to 8. It's very busy today. I think all the shelters are taken. It's going to rain tonight and tomorrow morning. Saw a moose today, bald eagle, lots of pike, caught lots of pike, maybe 8. 3 lures got broken off. Normally I use a 30-pound fluorocarbon leader, and I accidentally brought a 30-yard, 15-pound leader. So yeah, there's about $20 worth of stuff floating out there, and I feel really bad because I think it hinders the fish in their eating. So I hope they fall out. We're gonna have dinner pretty soon. It's about 6 o'clock, and then just get ready for tomorrow. I appear to have gotten over my stomach issue, which is really nice, and will make this trip a lot more enjoyable. Tomorrow I'm going to Lake Chicken Bone and fish. Have fun over there. Yeah. So. So this is the beginning of the portage from McCargo Cove to Lake Chicken Bone. You can see my makeshift kayak rack there. It worked pretty well. The kayak's about 63 pounds, and I found it pretty manageable. For every half mile, I needed about one break. So if you're trying to figure out how to transport your kayak, I'd recommend it. So this is the beginning of Lake Chicken Bone. I actually put in my kayak a little early, and I got stuck on a couple of logs up here for about 10 minutes trying to scoot across them because I didn't want to get out and push the kayak. So it's up to you. I don't think it'd be possible in a canoe. So, today I saw a moose. I tried to get it on camera for you. I thought I was recording, actually right over there by the water, and I was doing this. Daily update, and swam right behind me. I thought it was a kayaker, and I felt a little foolish talking to myself. And I turned around, it was a moose, and it would have been really cool to have on film. I'm sorry, she was about 20 feet away, and I followed her for a little while. But because I had the camera off, you didn't get to see any of that. Made dinner. Today I had rice burrito bowl flavored with chicken. This one's actually better than the other ones. The other two I've had so far are just kind of like red mush. So I would avoid red mush ones. You can just tell by like what they're called. You know, if it's like Cajun gumbo or mesquite chicken, it's gonna be red mush. Don't buy those. Just saw a rabbit. All right, there's a huge rabbit over here, like jackrabbit. I don't even know. I'm gonna see if we can get him on camera. Oh, there he is. Oh, he's not that big. Can you see him? Oh, there he comes. Why is he coming after me? He's terrible. I'm a predator. There he is. Can you see him? What are you doing, little buddy? People have been feeding you, haven't they? Yeah. Can you see him? There he is. Pretty big one. I don't know. Had white feet, and grayish fur. If you guys know what that would be. Definitely been fed by people, because I got way too close to it, you know, but portaged in from McCargo Cove today. The portage was fine. I don't see any issues with that. The kayak rack worked out really well. Tomorrow I'm going to end my day at Lake Ritchie Canoe Campground and see how that goes. Some guys are catching walleye here today, doing really well. they were using white jigs heads and white grubs, fishing the drop off at about 10 in the morning. Then their buddies came out with the same canoe, the same jigs, the same grubs, about 2 hours later, and they only caught 2 walleye in 4 hours or something like that. And their buddies, I should say, caught their limit in an hour, the 2 guys. So, but that's the update for today. It's a nice campground. Highly recommend it. I'm on campsite 6. It's by the toilet, which is overflowing currently, National Park Service. I think by tomorrow you have to take a stick and like mix it up to be able to use it. And right by the water, so you do get a lot of traffic on this site because people are coming in to fill up water and filter, and also using the toilet. But it's a beautiful campground. I like it. There are no fires allowed here, even though there are fire pits. There are no fires allowed here, so don't be confused and get yourself a fine. And also, you know, try to preserve for the rest of us. Okay, so what you see here is the portage from Lake Livermore to Lake Lesage. It's really steep, but it's a fun portage, and I didn't really have any issues with it. This is just a beaver tree that I happened to see. I didn't know beavers ate trees this large, but I thought it was really cool, so I thought you guys would think it was cool. I've got another clip coming up showing you that, but anyway, so that's what that's about. But I just want to take a moment to talk about my trip in general. I went into this trip with some kind of stomach virus or bug or something, and no matter what I ate or drank, my stomach had a lot of issues. Now, probably shouldn't have gone into the trip with that because it's very hard to stay hydrated in that situation, and you're weak. But I still went for it, and I still had a nice trip. I did have to change my route because of it, but that's not here or there. But from this point on, I didn't have a whole lot of footage from the trip. I mostly just had rock walls and scenic shots. So I'll try to narrate that over which camp I was at and what I was doing and what I thought of it. Because I didn't do any updates, and my camera batteries were low because the sun wasn't really out to get solar charging or anything. So I hope you enjoy the rest of the video, and that it does convince you to go to Isle Royale National Park, because it's absolutely. See that? That's an owl pellet, or maybe some other kind of bird of prey. I don't know how many different birds have these, but they store up all the hard to digest stuff, the bones, the hair. You can see the bones there, and then regurgitate it later instead of digesting it. Kind of neat to see that. Poor little mouse or whatever that was. Okay, so the rest of the clips take place in Chippewa Harbor. And I just wanted to show them to you because a lot of people won't get to see this part of it unless you pack in a canoe or kayak. So right here you see a part of a moose skeleton. The whole skeleton's actually a little farther away. It's kind of interesting to think, you know, how it ended up out here. The water's actually about 10 feet deep in this clip. It just happens to be really clear and really cold, so it looks like it's only 2 feet. This is a shipwreck. I believe it's from the 1930s. It's also in Chippewa Harbor area. It's one of the first things you see after the portage in. And it's pretty neat, you know, to go up with such a piece of history like that. So,
Again, this is an old schoolhouse. I don't. If you go inside, it's just full of beer bottles and stuff. Nothing too interesting, but still really neat. And this is Chippewa Harbor itself, looking in from Lake Superior side. It does get boat traffic. You can see on the right there's a boat, which is okay. And I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you'd like to see more, let me know in the comments, and I'll try to get out and do more Isle Royal videos or other camping videos to different parks. I had a lot of fun making it, and I hope in my next one I'm not sick. It's been almost 6 months since I've been there, and it's been fun editing this and reflecting on my trip. So, thanks.